Let me be clear about something that is going to sting. 67% of divorces in America are initiated by women. But here's the part they do not tell you. Men are 2.5 times more likely to take their own lives in the first year after divorce than married men. 2.5 times, brother. That is not a statistic. That is a graveyard of men who did not know what I'm about to tell you. If you are recently separated, freshly divorced, or watching your entire world collapse while she seems to be thriving, I need you to stay with me. I know you have felt this. That hollowness in your chest when you wake up at 3 a.m. in an apartment that still does not feel like home. The way your kids look at you when you drop them off like they are trying to figure out which version of dad they are going to get today. The rage that comes out of nowhere when you see her posting vacation photos with her new friend group while you are eating cold pizza over the sink. Brother, if that is you right now, you need to understand something. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a chapter you never wanted to write. But it might just be the chapter that saves your life. Before we continue, if you're finding value in this, hit that subscribe button. Not for me. For the brother who is going to need this video 6 months from now when his world falls apart. Now let us get into it. Here is the first thing nobody tells you about divorce. You are allowed to grieve. I know society told you to man up. I know your father probably said real men do not cry. I know you've been stuffing down emotions since you were 12 years old, because that is what men do. But let me tell you something, and I need you to hear this. Feeling sad, angry, hurt, betrayed, desperate, and completely lost after your divorce is not weakness. It is human. It is normal. It is necessary. Dr. Steve Robertson, a professor of men, gender, and health at Leeds Beckett University, put it this way. These feelings will not last forever, even when it feels like they will. But here is the trap most men fall into. They skip the grief. They go straight to the whiskey, straight to the rebound relationship, straight to working 80 hours a week so they do not have to sit alone with their own thoughts. And 3 years later, they are still carrying the same pain, except now it has metastasized into something darker. Bitterness, numbness, a permanent chip on their shoulder that pushes away everyone who tries to get close. Brother, I've seen it happen. I have watched men destroy their second marriages because they never processed their first divorce. I have watched fathers lose connection with their kids because they could not separate their anger at mom from their relationship with the children. So here is what you are going to do. Give yourself permission to feel this, not forever, not as an excuse to fall apart, but as a necessary phase of healing. Set a timer if you need to. Every morning, give yourself 15 minutes to sit with the anger, the sadness, the confusion. Feel it, acknowledge it, then get up and face the day. This is not weakness. This is the kind of emotional intelligence that separates men who heal from men who harden. Now let me tell you about the second biggest mistake men make after divorce. They jump straight into a new relationship. I get it. You are lonely. Your ego is shattered. Some part of you needs to prove that you are still desirable, still valuable, still worth something. And when that woman at the coffee shop smiles at you, or that coworker starts paying extra attention, it feels like oxygen after drowning. But brother, this is not oxygen. This is quicksand. Dr. Robertson says it plainly. Dating when your mind is not in the right place can further damage your confidence and leave you feeling confused. It might compound the hurt and anger. Let me translate that for you. You're about to take all of your unprocessed trauma and dump it onto someone who does not deserve it. You're about to use another human being as an emotional bandage. And when that relationship inevitably fails because you were not ready, you're going to feel even worse than you do right now. I watched my buddy Marcus do this. 3 months after his divorce, he was already engaged to a woman he met online. He thought she was going to fix everything. He thought love would heal him. 18 months later, he was divorced again. Except this time, he lost the house he had just bought and had to explain to his kids why daddy has a second ex-wife. Brother, you are not ready. I know you think you are. I know the loneliness is unbearable. But there's a difference between being lonely and being so desperate for connection that you will attach to anyone who shows interest. The rule is simple. No serious dating for at least 12 months. Heal before you rebuild. Become whole on your own before you try to merge your life with someone else. This is not about waiting for permission. This is about protecting yourself from your own desperation. Here is where things start to turn around. You need people, not just anyone. The right people. I am talking about the friends who knew you before her. The buddies from college who drifted away because married life got busy. The brother who has been through his own divorce and came out the other side. Studies show that strong social connections have a massive influence on long-term health and well-being. Men with real friendships live longer, recover faster from trauma, and report higher levels of life satisfaction. But here's the problem. Most men let their friendships decay during marriage. We get busy. We prioritize family time. We tell ourselves we will catch up with the boys later. And then we wake up at 52 newly divorced and realize we do not have a single person we can call at 2 a.m. when the darkness gets heavy. Brother, this is your wake-up call. Reach out. Today, not tomorrow. Not when you feel better. Right now. Text that old friend you have not talked to in years. Say something simple. Hey man, going through a rough time. Would be good to catch up. Dr. Robertson says something that hit me hard. Old friends are often really pleased to be having more regular contact. Some may even have been through divorce themselves and could provide a listening ear, useful practical advice, or just moments of relaxed fun and laughter. You know what that means? The people you are afraid to burden are probably waiting for you to reach out. They miss you too. They are just as bad at initiating as you are. Be the one who breaks the silence. And while you are rebuilding your social network, consider joining a men's group, not because you are broken, but because there is something powerful about sitting in a room with other men who understand exactly what you are going through. Men who will not judge you. Men who will not try to fix you. Men who will just listen, nod, and say, "Yeah, brother, I've been there too." That kind of solidarity can carry you through the darkest nights. Now let us talk about what you do with all this extra time. Because here's the thing about divorce. It strips away the structure you were used to. No more family dinners. No more weekend plans with her friends. No more pretending to enjoy activities you secretly hated. Suddenly you have hours, days, weekends with nothing to fill them. And if you are not careful, that emptiness will swallow you whole. This is where the bottle lives. This is where the endless scrolling happens. This is where bitterness breeds. So here is what you are going to do instead. Find something new. An activity. A hobby. A physical pursuit that gets you out of your head and into your body. Dr. Robertson puts it this way. This is a useful way of distracting yourself from negative thoughts while enjoying the company of others. Physical activity with others has known positive mental and physical health benefits. Notice what he said. With others. This is not about becoming a gym rat who grunts alone in the corner. This is about joining something. A running group. A basketball league. A hiking club. A woodworking class. Something that forces you to be around other human beings on a regular basis. Something that gives you a reason to shower and leave the house. Something that reminds you that you are more than your failed marriage. I know a man who discovered mountain biking at 54. After his divorce, he had nothing. His whole identity had been wrapped up in being a husband and father. Now he races competitively. He has a group of guys he rides with every Saturday. He is in the best shape of his life. He told me something I will never forget. Divorce took my wife. Mountain biking gave me back myself. Brother, what is your mountain bike going to be? If you have kids, this next part is non-negotiable. Listen carefully. Your children are watching. They are watching how you handle loss. They are watching how you treat their mother. They are watching whether you fall apart or rise up. And what they see right now will shape how they handle adversity for the rest of their lives. I know the custody situation might not be fair. I know you might be grieving the loss of daily time with your kids. I know it tears you apart every time you have to say goodbye. But here is what Dr. Robertson wants you to understand. Focus on your child's needs, including their need for space or distance, even if that might hurt you or seem unfair. Read that again. Their need for space, even if it hurts you. Your kids might be angry at you right now. They might blame you even if it was not your fault. They might prefer mom for a while. And you need to let them, because forcing closeness when they need distance will push them away permanently. But here's the opportunity. A new chapter as a father is opening up with new possibilities. When you have them be fully present. Put down the phone. Plan activities they actually enjoy, not activities that are convenient for you. Create new traditions that belong to this phase of your relationship. 10 years from now, your kids will not remember who won the divorce. They will remember whether dad showed up. They will remember whether you fought for them or drowned in self-pity. They will remember the man you became after the worst thing happened. Be a man they will be proud to remember. Now here's the part most men skip. Reflection, not dwelling. Not obsessive replaying of every argument, but honest, mature reflection on what happened and what you can learn from it. Dr. Robertson gives this advice. Do not dwell on what you or your partner might have done wrong, including any guilt or anger that might go with that. But try to think about what you learned about yourself and how you might use this positively. This is not about blame. This is about growth. What patterns kept showing up in your marriage? What did you avoid talking about until it was too late? What parts of yourself did you lose to keep the peace? What boundaries did you fail to hold? These are not comfortable questions, but they are the questions that will determine whether your next chapter is different or just a repeat. I have seen men go through 3 divorces because they never asked themselves the hard questions after the first one. They just blamed her, then blamed the next her, then blamed the third her. until they were 65 alone and finally forced to confront the common denominator. Do not be that man. Use this pain as fuel for transformation. You have been given a rare gift, the chance to rebuild yourself from the foundation up. Do not waste it by running from the lessons. Final point, and this might be the most important one. If the darkness is not lifting, get professional help. I know there is a stigma. I know you were raised to handle your own problems. I know asking for help feels like admitting defeat. But let me tell you something. The men who survive this are the men who know when they need backup. Research shows that men are far less likely to seek mental health support than women, and that gap is killing us. Literally. Remember that statistic from the beginning. Men are 2.5 times more likely to take their own lives in the first year after divorce. That is not because divorce is harder on men. It is because men refuse to ask for help until it is too late. Brother, if the feelings are not passing, if they are interfering with your work, your relationships, your ability to function, that is not weakness. That is a signal. That is your mind telling you it needs reinforcement. Find a therapist who specializes in men's issues. Join a support group. Call a crisis line if you need to. There is no shame in getting help. The only shame is suffering in silence when help is available. So here is your recovery roadmap starting today. Phase 1. Cut all unnecessary contact with your ex. Implement strict boundaries around communication. Business only. No emotional conversations. No late-night texts. No hoping things will change. Phase 2. Build your support network right now. Text a friend today. Look up a men's group in your area. Consider finding a therapist. Phase 3. Focus on your purpose, not your pain. Mission over emotions. Find something that gives you a reason to wake up. Phase 4. Handle the practical stuff. Get the legal and financial matters sorted so they stop draining your mental energy. Phase 5. Do not date for at least a year. I know it is hard. I know the loneliness hurts. But heal before you rebuild. Phase 6. Become the man you were always meant to be. Use this pain as fuel. Let the fire of this loss forge you into something stronger. You've already survived everything that tried to break you. Every betrayal. Every sleepless night. Every moment you thought would destroy you. You are still here. Still breathing. Still capable of building something better. Now it is time to do more than survive. 5 years from now, you will look back at this moment. The moment you were broken, lost, questioning everything. The only question is this: will you be proud of what you built from the ashes, or will you be drowning in regret about the years you wasted in bitterness? Your comeback story starts with the choice you make right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. You are stronger than you know, brother. Now prove it to yourself. Build the life that makes all this pain worth something. And if this video helped you, share it with another man who needs to hear it, not because he will thank you today, but because 3 years from now, he might tell you this was the thing that saved his life. That is what brothers do. We help each other survive. Now go build something worth living for.